Now, last year, two very brilliant and creative businesswomen, Kay and Stu, came together to create the Lavender Swan fashion label. The last week, we had the luxury of spending a few hours with them and their fabulous models. Let's take a look. I'm at Cape Town's beautiful Steenberg estate, the home of one of the designers that brought the Lavender Swan to life. Let's go inside to meet these two fabulous and influential women behind South Africa's new fashion line.
Hello! How are you? Good to see you. Welcome.
So you've transitioned from being a model and actress now to a full-time fashion designer. I mean, how easy or difficult was that?
It was an easy transition because it's all in fashion. So you also, as a model, you learn quite a lot when you, in Fashion Week, when you're doing your editorials or working with designers. So you get to feel fabric, you get to see how designers do everything. So it's just like you just jump from one thing to another.
I love the name Lavender Swan. I mean, who came up with it and what's the inspiration behind it?
We both came up with it, but I think Kay was more influential on the name. We chose the color lavender because it's very neutral. It's a very subtle, very feminine, gentle, soft color. We chose the swan because I believe that every woman is a swan. Very composed, a swan does not sweat. So that is what a lavender swan is. That is the mythical woman that we created.
I'm loving the fact that I'm rocking a Lavender Swan piece. What inspired your collection?
So we actually named our pieces after birds. Yeah, so birds of paradise. Yeah, so we love the colorful birds. You know, birds are so colorful. You know, they spread their wings, they're always free. So that is what we thought when we were like naming our pieces and creating the pieces. And also texture. You know, we want you to look good, like to turn heads, basically.
Yourself and Kay have very different personalities. So how does that individuality shine through Lavender Swan?
Our style is very contemporary. I'm much more modern, and then Kay is much more 50s style. So the two of them blend. We sort of like find the balance in between. Your contemporary pieces where you'll have like your very masculine calves and collars and everything like that, where you'll still find a piece which has like a high slit, which is a bit sexy but still very toned down. So that's where the balance, I believe, came in.
Kay, how did the story of Lavender Swan come to be?
So this story just came about 4 years ago. We're in Singapore, Stu and I, just talking about fashion and what we love and what's missing in the market. And we're like, you know, why don't we start something different? But she moved to Cape Town and I stayed behind. And then in 2019, I moved here and the COVID situation happened that we're still in right now. And we decided to start working on TLS and we're here now.
From the look and aesthetic of the brand, what makes it so unique?
We love the exaggerated sleeves, the curves with like the 4 buttons. That's our thing. That's like our statement piece. So when you walk into a room wearing the Lavender Swan, you own the room, you make a statement, you command respect, and you are sophisticated. It's for sophisticated women and men that are comfortable in their own skin.
What does the future look like for Lavender Swan?
We see the future very brightly. We want to expand to handbags, to hats. I love hats. More jewelry, shades, gloves. We just love all the drama and the extra stuff, you know, just complete the whole outfit in TLS. Why not?
The sheer grandeur and absolute brilliance that the brand carries is true testament that Stu and Kay are taking South Africa's fashion industry by storm. Ladies, take me back. I mean, talk about a flashback Friday. We had such an incredible time on location, but let's bring the conversation into the loft. I mean, I have to first congratulating you, both of you, for taking the concept of the Lavender Swan and making it something tangible for the rest of us to enjoy. But if I just were to delve deep into the individuality of you both, I mean, we enjoy you together, but just individually, what were some of your previous career experiences?
I have been in the fashion industry for quite a few years. I started off doing a few campaigns for a big household designers that you probably know of. And from there, from China, I just grew so big and I traveled around Asia, from Kathmandu, Bangkok, Malaysia, Singapore. I ended up being a head stylist for a big production house in Singapore, which is what led to the Lavender Swan being birthed. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, Stu, how do you know this lovely lady named Kay? And what are your own experiences career-wise?
Well, I met her, which I feel she's like my soul best friend. We met when we were 18 on a flight to college. That was the first time we met. And yeah, we've known each other for about 13 years. At some point we parted ways and then came back together again. So for me, I have been in the model industry here in Cape Town for about 10 years. But in 2015, I moved to Singapore to actually go visit her. And we met, and I was in Singapore for a year where I started my own acting workshops. So this was a collaboration between designers, stylists, makeup artists, and photographers. It went on for about a year. And then on the side, I was also studying fashion design. So when we came back to both living in Cape Town is when we decided that, okay, it's about time, let's get this thing started. And that's how it came about.
Just like that, you know, if you have a dream, you got to take it and run with it.
Go for
Exactly.
it, yeah.
Now, you ladies are making it seem so easy. If you got a goal, take it, run with it, da-da-da-da-da, right? But you both decided to open this label in the middle of COVID-19, in the middle of lockdown. Now, that must have come with its own sets of challenges. So, Kay, what were some of those challenges that you experienced?
It was quite challenging. You know, when COVID-19 hit everybody, the whole world came to a screeching halt. We were all like, what's going on, you know? We could have like either, you know, dwelled into being depressed and sad. I'm a new mom. I had a baby. When COVID started, I had just a 4-month-old. And then I decided to start this business because I was like, either I become so depressed and negative and, you know, fall in this whole thing, or I started my own business. And this idea, we had talked about it when she was in Singapore doing her photography thing. We both studied fashion at the same time, and we were like, maybe let's start something together. And then when I moved to Cape Town last year, we were like, okay, fine, let's just get the ball rolling during the COVID-19 pandemic, which we're still dealing with at the moment. But it's been so great for us. We managed to get the fashion brand started, and we're here now, and we're happy about it.
I love that. I mean, Stu, it does just seem like 2021 is 2020 reloaded.
Yeah,
so much. When it comes to overcoming some of those challenges, how did you two decide to do that together as a team?
You know what? I always tell people that I couldn't have done this by myself, you know, because there were days when, you know, I was so positive and she was down, and I had to lift her up and keep her going. Or I was feeling down and she had to keep me going, motivate. We motivate each other. We're a team, you know. So where I fall short, she picks me up, vice versa. So had I been doing it alone, I think I would have thrown in the towel a long time ago, because guys, it's not easy.
And again, you know, we did see a lot of brands closing down during this COVID-19 pandemic, and we were like so motivated. We were like, you know, there's a space in the market for us. There's room for us to make a statement and you know, our name. And I think we're here, and we're not going anywhere.
I love that. Not going anywhere. Stay in power is what it's all about.
Here.
So talk to us. What is this mission? What is this idea? What is this goal that you want to achieve with the Swan, with the Lavender Swan?
So we are an international brand. We create for women. Now, our thing about this is that we want to empower women. It is the year for women. Women are taking up space globally, and we created a brand that is aligned with upmarket, sophisticated, elegant. So we want to bring up every woman's dream, so that when you walk into a room, you know, you empower yourself. You feel good, you look good, you possess that power. You know, when you step into the room, the world stops and watches you.
And they look at you.
They look at you. So our garments are created to make a woman feel good, for her to know that, you know, when she is rewarding herself, splurging on TLS, you know, it's because she's earned it. She's been so hardworking. You know, our garments, they are made to flatter a woman's figure, you know, your neckline, your cheeks, your cheekbones, everything that as a woman is Lavender Swan.
I love that. And we saw that when it comes to that insert we just checked out. Absolutely exquisite.
Thank you.
I mean, what do you think having a label like TLS, having a label like TLS, you see, I'm getting down with the lingo here.
Get it, girl.
What does it do for the average South African woman?
For the average South African woman, you know, our line is very inclusive. So let's take it from your corporate women who are in the office all day, or the women who are on, you know, on the field, or women who you are in the industry, like some of us. You know, our line is very, very inclusive. Even our sizes, we vary from small to large. And you know, for us, it was just basically what we saw a space in the market where we saw, like, for example, us tall girls, usually we've got pants that are just up to the ankles.
Yeah, something like this.
You know, and sometimes we want that little extra bit of length, you know, the you know, high waist as well, figure hugging, very flattering of the silhouette of a woman. So we saw all those little things. We're like, you know what, we're going to create something that is so inclusive of every kind of woman's body shape, height, everything.
Yeah.
We love colors, we love patterns, we love fabric, and it's soft. It just falls so beautifully on your silhouette, and it just feels amazing on your skin.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love ladies who, you know, have their eye on the prize. They see a gap in the market and they're like, we're going to infiltrate.
Yeah.
And how has the landing, how have you felt and experienced the landing being within the Cape Town industry? Are people loving it?
The people are loving it. You know, I think the one thing that we've heard from people is that they've been missing color, because now people are just so used to like maybe wearing gym wear, lounge wear, or something very simple, basic colors, neutral colors. So we're trying to bring a pop of color, something like this, just to make a statement, you know. And we have quite a few pieces, and our pieces are mostly just limited, between 15 pieces a bit, and we have like exclusive ones, which is like 5 of the same the design. You know what I mean? It's very, very exclusive
and limited
edition. Yeah. So with those colors, I think it pops and it just makes a statement. And it's one of those things that you don't wear every day, but you wear once in a while.
Absolutely.
Whether you want to go to a resort, to the office, anywhere, we got you.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it, ladies. And for our viewers who do want to experience your full range, where can they go to experience the full range? And what are some of the goals moving into 2021?
Awesome. So they can find us. We're an online boutique. So if you just go to www.thelavenderswan.com, that is where you can shop. We're also on IG, that is _lavender_swan.
Beautiful, ladies. I'm loving everything that you're about. I'm loving the vision that you ladies have, showing us that when you come together, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
So all of you modern day independent women, we're definitely going to be checking out your range.
Yeah.
So excited about that. Not only are we securing the bag, but we're making sure that we're supporting incredible talents like yourselves with that bag. Thank you, ladies. All the best.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Pali. Thank you for having us. We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe.
We did it.
No, all I can say is that I'm quite positive that the Lavender Swan brand is soon going to become one of the most sought after labels in South Africa, and especially during our next summertime event season.